Have you ever had a parent ask you to explain a Lexile score? What exactly is it, and why do we give students a Lexile score, and how does that compare to the Lexile score of a text? Well, that is what we're going to take a look at in this video today. Lexiles were created by a company called Metametrics, and they are numbers on a scale from below 0 to above 1,700. Now, the below 0 scores are sometimes abbreviated as BR for beginning reader. And when a book is assigned a Lexile score, it's telling you a measure of how complex that book is. So, for example, the lower the Lexile, like in Go Dog Go, the less complex the book. But here's the thing. Lexiles only look at the parts of a text that are really easy for a computer to analyze quickly. The only thing that Lexiles measure are two things: the length of the sentences and the frequency of the words used in the English language compared to their use in the book compared to their everyday use in the English language. Texts that have a complex, compound sentence structure more often will have a much higher Lexile score than texts with really short sentences. And texts that use everyday words, like puzzle, are going to have lower Lexile scores than the ones that use synonyms for puzzle, like enigma or conundrum, that are less frequent in the English language. And it's also really important to know that the content of the text is not a part of the Lexile score. So what does that mean? Well, that means that a text like Night by Elie Wiesel, or The Color Purple, or The Grapes of Wrath, all of those texts that are usually read at the middle school and high school levels, they may actually have a lower Lexile score than books that are geared more towards elementary students, like Harry Potter. It all has to do with how long the sentences are and how common the words are in English, nothing to do with the content of the text. So if you want to find out the Lexile of a particular book, there's a great tool that you can use at hub.lexile.com. Okay, so now that we know that a text receives a Lexile based on the sentence length and the frequency of the words, how do students get assigned a Lexile score? Well, there are a lot of different assessments out there that will result in a Lexile score. And it's important for parents to understand that a Lexile score is not a grade. It's more like a location. A student's Lexile score is a point on the scale where a student is able to read at their instructional level. So what does that mean? Well, when reading a text within the same Lexile range as their ability, a student can comprehend about 75% of the text without support. It's their just right Lexile. It's not too easy, it's not too hard. It's the reading that's going to give them just enough of a challenge to make them a stronger reader faster, especially if they have some support from a teacher, a parent, a guardian. And as a matter of fact, that's one of the easiest ways to help a student increase their reading ability. Try to make sure that when students are reading, they are reading texts that are in their target range. What's their target range? Their target range is 100 points below to 50 Lexile points above their current Lexile score. If they read in that range, they are going to be strengthening their reading muscles. But just be careful to check out the content of the text. Remember, not all books that have a Lexile of 670 are appropriate for elementary students. So check out that content. And also be sure to check out my next video for additional ideas on how to use Lexiles to increase student achievement in your classroom. Thanks for watching.